Hello, hello. Thank you so much for watching. I want to say if you like what I have to say, please do me a huge favor. Give this video a thumbs up. And also, if you can subscribe to this channel, Quantum Leaps Living, I would be so grateful. So thank you so much. And here's what I want to share with you guys tonight. So I want to share something that a lot of us are addicted to, and we don't even know that we are addicted to this. And here's what it is: negative thoughts, negative thought loops, negative thinking. Believe it or not, this can actually be an addiction. And here's the reason, okay? Because for most of people's lives, they are programmed. I mean, we're programmed without even knowing it. So for instance, we are programmed over time, spoon-fed things over and over and over again until it becomes a pattern and just kind of a habit and just kind of becomes the norm and an addiction to negative thinking. So most of us, not all, but most of us grow up watching the news. And there's an amazing reverend. His name is Michael Bernard Beckwith, and he started Agape Spiritual Center. And he calls, for instance, CNN constant negative news. So with news that most of us watch every night, I haven't watched the news for a long time. I cut out my cable. I don't even watch TV. But when I did, if you think about it, the news has about 98% of negative stories of everything that's going wrong in your local city, your town, the state, the country, the globe. So that's just this constant cycle of negative, negative, negative. And you've also got the political system, the government system. You've got politicians bashing each other, hating on each other, calling out each other to what they're doing wrong, instead of coming from a space of unconditional love, being positive. Maybe you don't agree, but you can have, civil, positive conversations and still have that, that unity of human to human connection instead of bashing each other and being so negative. So we've also got, celebrities, entertainment, celebrities looking beautiful and perfect, and also not looking the way most people on the planet look. So, just people can, when they see a lot of beautiful, perfect looking celebrities that do not match how they happen to look, that can also cause a lot of body shaming, not feeling good enough, not feeling pretty enough, not feeling attractive enough, not feeling like you've got, the right wardrobe or enough money or the right car. So that can really play into a lot of these negative, self-talk loops as well, and having low self-worth and low self-confidence. So, that can happen too. And the best way that we can, if you find yourself like kind of addicted to negative thoughts, the best way to do it is to open new neurological pathways, okay? So when we open these new neurological pathways in our minds, it changes everything. It changes everything because there's this amazing connection that I don't really hear people talk about, but a gentleman named Greg Braden, who's a very spiritual, he kind of bridges the bridge between spirituality and science. He talks about this relationship called neurocardiology, and it's the relationship between the brain and the heart. So, even though we have all of these thoughts, which again, I'm talking about how our thoughts can be negative and that can be an addiction. Well, when you have all these negative thoughts, that's also feeding negative energy into your heart. And so this relationship between the brain and the heart, when the brain is thinking all of these negative things and then sending those negative energy signals to the heart is then internalizing that and saying, well, God, okay, if we don't feel good enough, if we feel like crap, and if we don't feel, if we kind of feel like a loser, that's going to send signals to the heart that's going to produce energy to that. We're to the point where some people can get sick because they don't have a healthy relationship between the heart and the mind, and they are feeding themselves with these constant negative thoughts. So when we open these new neurological pathways, we completely change everything. So if you have a negative thought, you can replace it with a positive one. Catch yourself. If you're thinking something negative, then back that truck up and just do a check-in with yourself. And you can say things like, oh, no, everything is always working out for me. The universe has my back. How does it get better than this? When you do those things, when you start just saying positive mantras, I love myself. I'm lovable. I am love. You can say these kind of thoughts. Even be in the mirror. Do mirror work. I say those things to myself all the time. And what happens is, when we start saying these things, these positive things, and how much we love ourselves, and how much the universe loves us, and how much everything is taken care of for us in divine timing and in the most beautiful ways by the universe, that sends all these signals not only to our brain, but to our heart. The neurocardiology relationship starts to blossom and bloom. We start to open these new neurological pathways. We start creating an amazing life, the life that we want, because we start to raise our vibration. We start to raise our level of consciousness. And that's when miracles start to happen. So we can actually create miracles in our lives. And why is that? Because joy is our birthright. Joy is our birthright. We are born with so much joy, so much unconditional love that fills our soul, and that is who we truly are. We are sacred, sovereign, free beings. That is who we truly are, not these beings with negative thoughts. So I came up with an idea that, if you are married, you're single, you're dating somebody, you're going to want to be with somebody who is positive and fun. You're not going to want to date somebody or be married to somebody that has all these negative thoughts and says a lot of negative things, and they're not really fun to be around. You're just not going to want to date somebody like that. So, you know what? Why don't we have our thoughts be like the person that we want to date or be married to? So date our thoughts, meaning make our thoughts positive and joyful. And when the negative thoughts creep in, we just catch it, acknowledge it, and then we match it with a high vibration, positive thought instead. So I really just wanted to come on and say that, because we are creators. And like I said before, joy is our birthright. So when we switch and change our perspective and open up these new neurological pathways, that's when the magic happens. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. I love you. I love you. I love you. And the universe loves you. And the universe has our back. Have a beautiful day, night, wherever you're at, whenever you watch this. And thank you so much again for listening. And have a beautiful day or night. See you soon.